Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, we are going to build a KBC quiz application with the help of ReactJS. So KBC is the official Hindi adaptation of Who Wants to Be Millionaire. So we are going to build this KBC quiz application. So let's explore this application. So we are going to have a quick demo of this application. So I'm going to start the game. So I'm going to start the game with the name James. Let's click on start game. Now you can hear the sound as well. So let's start the quiz. So I'm going to select a Brazil and you will get a 30 seconds of each question, and you can also hear the winning sound here, and it will move to the next question, and this prize money also get changed, and you can also track the earned money, like how much you have earned till now, and you will get 30 seconds for each question. So now let's select this one. So this is also correct. You can hear the sound, and now it will move to the next prize money, and the question will also get changed, and you can also keep the track of earned money. And now I'm going to select the wrong one, so the color of this answer will become red. Now you have lose the game. So you have earned total around 15,000. Okay, and from here you can also exit, and if you click on exit you will see this screen. So let's start with another name like Tom, and if you select Brazil, so it will move to the next question. And suppose if you don't know the answer this question, so you can also quit the game. So if you click on quit the game, so in that case you will earn only 5,000. So this quiz application we are going to build in this video, and I hope you are going to enjoy building this application with me. And guys, source code of this project I will provide in the description, so you can always check out the description for the GitHub link. So before we start working on this quiz application, if you haven't subscribed this channel, then please subscribe this channel and like the video as well if you like the content. So let us start building this quiz application. As you can see that I have already created a React project with the command nps create React app and the project name. So I have already created this project and I have opened in my Visual Studio Code. Before we do npm start, we need to install some package. So let's install those packages. So I'm going to install the package like mdb react ui kit, and we are also going to use sound here. So let's install use sound package as well. So let's install these two packages. So only these two packages is required in this project. Okay, so let's wait for the package installation. So our package got installed, so let's do npm start. So our application is successfully loaded into the browser, you can see that. So let's go back to VS Code, and before we do start, so let's do some cleanup. So I'm just going to remove all this content, it is not required, and I'm going to give here heading like quiz. Okay, and logo is also not required, so let's remove this one. Let's see whether we have any issue or not. So let's go into the browser. So we don't have any issue. Now let's create one folder here, components, and inside this component folder I'm going to have some files. So we are going to have files like start.js. We are going to have one file related to quiz, and one file we are going to have for timer. And I'm going to paste one sound folder here. As you can see that I have pasted the sound folder, which include 3 sound for correct, wrong and play. So I have added this folder, and you don't have to worry about this sound because I have already provided the GitHub link for this project. So you don't have to worry about this sound. And after that I'm going to start work with this app.js file. Okay, so first I need to bring some hooks from React. So from React we need use state, and use effect. And I need some component from our MDB React UI kit. So we need component like MDB row, MDB column, MDB list group, MDB btn. Okay. And after that, so now I'm going to paste some styling for this class name app. So first I'm going to remove all this style we don't need. Okay. And here it also not required. So we need this style for the class name app. Okay. And let's go into the browser. Okay, so you can see that it's getting changed. Now we need to also bring the CSS file for the MDB React UI kit. So we need to go back to our VS Code, and here we have to bring the CSS import statement for the material design bootstrap. Okay, so we need to bring this MDB React UI kit CSS file. So after saving the file, let's go to the browser. So now you can see that this text got changed. So that means our material design bootstrap CSS file is working. And you can see that I have bring one data.js file inside this source folder, which include question along with the prize money. Since we have a 15 prize money over here, but I have added only 5 question. Okay, so you can add more question as per your convenience, but I have added only 5 question. So let's go to the app.js file. Now we have to use this component that we have bring from our material design bootstrap. So first I'm going to use here MDB row, and we are going to use 9 column for image along with the quiz question and other stuff. So let's give here 9 column. So here we are going to have our quiz question, timer and background image, and 3 column I'm going to use for that prize money along with some detail like name, how much user earned the money, and exit and quit button. So all this thing is going to inside in 3 column. Okay, so let's save this file first, and let's go to the browser. So you can see that entire this section we are going to use for our quiz question along with background image, timer, and this section we are going to use for displaying the prize money. So first let's work on this column 9. Okay, so inside it I'm going to use one class main, and I'm going to add the styling here inside our app.css file for the main class. Okay, so this CSS styling I'm going to use for this main class. So let's add something like question, something random stuff. So you can see that we are able to see the image here. So once we add some more content, then you will see the full image. Okay, so after that what we have to do, so I'm going to work on the question part. So let's remove this one, and I'm going to have one more div, and this time I'm going to provide inline style. Okay, and I'm going to use here height 50%. Okay, and here I'm going to have my quiz component. So as you can see that I have already here quiz file. Okay, so let's generate a snippet over here, and let's save this one, and let's go to the app.js file, and here I'm going to use our quiz component. So let's bring the quiz component. Now let's go to the browser. So you can see that we are able to see the quiz here. So now this quiz component is going to accept some props. So first we need to bring the question from our data.js file. So let's bring those things first. So we need to bring data and prize money. Okay, and here let's define some state. So first I'm going to have a question number, set question number, and use state, and the initial value will be the 1. So by default quiz will start from the question number 1. We have to also define one state related to timeout. So timeout and set timeout and use state. So it will be false, not 1. Okay, now we have to pass props here. So we need to pass like data equal to data, then question number also we have to pass. So let's pass this one, all detail. Set question number also we need to pass, and we have to also pass set timeout. So let's work on this component, quiz component. So let's define the prop that is going to receive from this app.js file, like data, question number, set timeout. So let's define those props here. So it's receiving data, question number, set question number, and set timeout. Okay, so verify this one. Okay, it is capital. Okay, now we have to also bring use state and use effect from React, and here I'm going to define one state, question, set question. So we have to show the questions one by one as user proceed with the correct question. So let's define this one, and it will be initially null, and we have to also define one more state for selecting the answer. So selected answer, and it will be set selected answer, and this will be also null. And we are also going to add class name dynamically, so we have to define the state for that one as well. So class name, set class name, and initially it will be the answer. Okay, we will add the styling later in the app.css file. So for now let's focus on the logic that we are going to work. So first we are going to have use effect here, and this use effect run whenever we have change in our data along with the question number. Okay, so question number will get changed whenever user give the correct answer for that particular question. So first let's set the question. So we are going to start with the question number 1. So we are going to select the question number 1 by this way, data. So data is nothing but it's an array of object, and index of array starts from the 0. So we can access the question number 1 by this way. Okay, so it will start from the question number 1, and once the question number get changed, so it will also get updated. So after that, what we have to do, so let's render the question that we have, okay, in our data.js file. So let's remove this one, and I'm going to use one div with the class name quiz, and I'm going to have one more div with the class name question, and inside that I'm going to have my question dot question. Okay, so if you look at our data.js file, so we have this one question. Okay, and each question we are storing inside this question state. Okay, so this way we can access the question. So let's first add some styling for this quiz and question. So let's go to the app.css file. So this is the styling I'm going to use for the class name quiz and question. Okay, so let's go to the quiz.js file. Let's format this one, and let's go to the browser. So now you can see that we are getting the question. Okay, now after that what we have to do, so I'm going to have one div with the class name answers. Okay, and it will be like question dot answer. So you can see that in data.js file the answer is inside the array of objects, so we have to use map. Okay, so answers dot map, and I'm going to use here item, and inside that I'm going to use div. Okay, and let's just render like item dot text, and here class name I'm going to give here like if the selected answer is match with the answer that we have in our array of object, that is item, then I'm going to append a class name that we have already defined the state over here. Okay, else it will be answer. Okay, let's format this one, and I'm going to add the styling for this two class name as well. So let's add that one as well in app.js file. So I have added the styling, you can see that over here, and if you hover on the answer, then the background color will get changed. So let's go into the browser and verify this one. So you can see that we are able to see the answer, but our styling got little bit compromised over here. So let's fix that one, and let's go to the app.js file. So what we have to do, so we are also going to have the timer. So I'm going to have a div. Okay, and here I'm going to have one more div with the timer. For timer I will write the logic later. Okay, and I'm going to give some inline style here. Height will be the 50%, and position will be the relative. Let's save this one. Now let's go to the browser. Now you can see that we are able to see our question along with the answer, but we should have some gap between the answer and the question. Okay, so we need to work on this prize money section. So let's first work on this prize money section. So let's go to the VS Code, and inside this column 3 what we can do, so we have our prize money. Okay, prize money, and we can map this one with the item. I am going to use here fragment. Okay, and first I'm going to use here mdb list group as well. let's cut this one and paste over here. Inside that I'm going to have a light tag, okay, and I'm going to have class name here. So I wanted to set the dynamic active styling, okay. So what we have to do over here, so we have to check like question number is match with the item dot id, okay. Then we have to basically apply the class name item active, else it will be just item, okay. And inside this list tag I'm going to have h5 tag with the class name amount, okay. And inside that I'm going to display the amount. Now I'm going to have one class name for this mdb call as well, that is money, okay. And for this also I'm going to have class name money list, okay. So I'm going to add the styling for all this class name one by one, like money, money list, item, and for active item as well. So let's do that one. So I'm going to have .css file and I'm going to paste the styling for all those class name. So I'm going to paste the CSS code for all those class name. So we have item, then with active item, money, money list, and amount. Now let's go to the browser first. So now you can see that we are able to see our prize money, and this section is also appearing proper, okay. So now let's continue working on this section, that is quiz component. So let's go to the quiz.js file, and here what we have to do, so I'm going to have on click method, okay. So handle click, I'm going to have method and I'm going to pass the item and this handle click, and here we have to also should take care, like if user has click on the answer, then we should not allow to select other answer, okay. So here we have to also check if user is not selected an answer, then only user can click on the answer, okay. And let's define this function outside the return. So handle click, it's receiving the item nothing but the answer, okay. So now after that what we have to do, so we have to do like set selected answer, so we have to select this one. So I'm just going to put the item here and set class name, so I'm going to set the class name answer active, okay. And after that I'm going to run a one set timeout, okay. And inside that what I have to do, so this set timeout will run after 3 seconds. So here I wanted to animate our button, so here we can give like set class name, and if the answer is correct, so item dot correct. So you can see that our data.js file, so every question have a correct property and only one correct property is set to boolean true, okay. So if item dot correct is true, then we are going to add a class name here like answer correct, okay, else it will be answer wrong. So I'm going to paste the CSS styling for this answer correct and answer wrong, because I don't have that one inside our app.css file. So I'm going to add the styling here. Okay, and you can see that I'm using over here keyframe for the animating the button. So we can verify this one whether it's working or not. So let's go into the browser. So first refresh this one and select Brazil. You can see that it's animating and it's the correct answer. Okay, now let's refresh this one again, and I'm going to select the wrong one. So let's select India. So it will become red. Okay, so let's continue working on our quiz component. So here I'm going to use again set timeout. So inside this handle click, I'm going to use couple of times set timeout. So I'm going to create one helper function for this set timeout. So what I can do here, so I can have here like delay, const delay equal to duration. So duration nothing but this one. Okay, and callback. After that, we can use here set timeout, and we can just do like callback. Okay, and along with this duration, let's save this one, and now we can use this one inside our handle click. So we can just comment this one, and we can use here delay, and we can give here 3000, that is 3 seconds, and we can provide this callback, and I'm just going to copy this line. Okay, let's save this one, and we can verify this one whether it's working or not. So let's go to the browser, refresh this one, let's select this one. So it is working. Now after that, what we have to do, so we have to check whether answer is correct or not. So if answer is correct, then we have to continue with the next question, and if answer is wrong, then we have to basically end the quiz. So again I'm going to use here delay, and this time I'm going to give here 5000 millisecond, and I'm going to have callback, and we can check here like if answer is correct. Okay, if item dot correct. Okay, then what we have to do, so we are going to have delay with 1000 millisecond, then it will move to the next question. So what we have to do over here, set question number. So I'm going to increase the question number, so let's increase this one, and now set selected, answer will be the null this time. Okay, so this is our if condition. Let's format this one, and in else we are going to have like the same thing. So I'm just going to copy this one, and this time we have to set this set timeout to true. Okay, that means basically we are ending the quiz. So now after that, what we have to do, so we have to use here sound as well. So I'm going to bring first use sound from use sound package that we have installed. Okay, and we have to also bring each sound that we have inside this sound folder, that is correct, play and wrong. So let's bring those sound as well. So import play from sound play dot mp3. So I'm just going to copy this one, and this will be the correct. It will be correct dot mp3. Then we have wrong, and it will be wrong dot mp3. Okay, and after that what we have to do, so I'm going to define the first sound, that is let's play. Okay, so as user enter inside the quiz room, then this sound will play. Okay, and for correct answer we are going to have different sound. So for correct answer we are going to play this correct one, and for the wrong answer, and you will not able to hear the sound because I am recording this video, so at a time only one speaker work. Okay, so you will not able to hear any sound, but it will work in your system. Okay, so here I'm going to use one use effect, and let's play, and we can give here let's play. And if user give the correct answer, then we can play here like correct answer. Okay, and for wrong answer it will play the wrong answer tune. Okay, but unfortunately I cannot verify this one because at a time only one speaker is recording. So let's refresh this application. So you can see that you are not able to hear the sound here. This is wrong and this one was correct. So you can see that symbol is coming, but you will not able to hear the sound. So at a time only my voice is recording. So it's select. So something is not working for selecting the correct answer. So I think something I messed up. So it should become yellow. So it's not becoming yellow. So let's go to the VS Code. So here it will be the small. Okay, so we are not using this one. Okay, let's save this file and let's go to the browser. So let's refresh this one, and I'm going to select this one, Brazil. Now select this one. So this is working as expected, you can see that, and this prize money also is getting updated. So with each correct answer our question number get changed. So let's go to the VS Code and work on the rest of the functionality. So I'm going to work on the timer part first. Okay, so here we have a timer. So first I'm going to work on this timer component. So this is our timer component and it will be the timer. So let's rename this one. Let's generate a snippet. So here what we have to do, so I'm going to bring use effect and use state, and this timer component is going to receive some props like set timeout and question number. Okay, so now we are going to basically provide a 30-second for each question. So I'm going to define one state, so const timer set timer, use state. So 30 seconds will be there for each question, and here I'm going to check, and I'm going to use here one use effect, and I'm going to pass the dependency here timer and set timeout as well. So this use effect will run on each second. As second get reduced, so this use effect will run on each second. So first I'm going to check if timer is 0. So if timer is 0, so basically our second reached to 0, then we can return like set timeout to true. So basically we are ending the game here. After that, we are going to have interval const interval equal to set interval, and I'm going to pass a callback here, set timer, and basically each second we are going to reduce by 1. So we can decrease the second like this way, and here we can pass the 1 second, that is 1000 millisecond, which is equivalent to 1 second. So let's format this one, and here we have to define one more use effect, and here we have to pass the dependency question number. So as we have new question, so I'm going to set the timer to 30 seconds again. So for each question we are getting 30 seconds, and I am going to return here timer. Okay, let's go to this app.js file, and here I'm going to bring that timer component, and I'm going to pass the props set timeout. Okay, and we have to also pass the question number. Now I'm going to paste the styling for this timer class name. So let's go to the app.css file, and here I'm going to paste the styling for the timer class name. So I have just pasted the CSS code for this timer class name, and let's go to the timer component, and I have to also do a clear interval, so we can do this way. So clear interval, and we can pass this interval. Now let's save this file and refresh this one, and select this answer, Brazil. So this is correct. So our timer is working as expected. So select this one. So this is working, and this is also working. So this is also working after giving each correct answer. So let's go to the VS Code. So we have to work on some more thing. So after this, what I have to do? So we have to start working on our start screen. So in a start.js file, first I'm going to generate a snippet. So I need to bring use ref. So for input field, I'm going to use ref, and inside the return, I'm going to give some inline styling here. So I'm going to paste the inline styling for this div. So this is the inline styling I'm going to use for this div, and after that I'm going to have input field. Type will be the text, placeholder will be like enter name, and ref, so it will be like input ref. So we need to define input ref here. So input ref, use ref, and we can pass here input ref. Okay, and after that we have to give a bootstrap class name here, so form control. Okay, and we need to bring one component from our material design bootstrap. So mdb react UI kit, we need mdb btn. Okay, mdb btn, and we can give here like a start game. I am going to have the millionaire style, so width I am going to give 100%. Class name I am going to give here empty-2, and I am going to have one on-click method, that is handle click. So let's define this one outside the return, and this start component is going to receive some props from our app.js file. So it's going to receive set name and set timeout. Okay, and first if user click on that start game, then set timeout will be the false, and here we are going to use input ref dot current dot value. So with the help of this way we will able to read whatever the value is providing inside the input field, because we are using here use ref, and then we can set the name whatever we have inside this value. So we can just copy this one and we can paste it over here. So we are done with this component. So let's use this one inside our app.js file, and here I am going to have some state. So we need to define some state. So first I'm going to have like name, set name, use state, and it will be null, and we have to also define the how much money earned by the user. So const earned set earned. So initially it will be the 0. So I'm going to put here our rupee symbol along with the 0. So I have provided my rupee symbol along with the 0. You can use dollar if you want, and after that here we have to check like if you don't have a name, then we are basically going to use this start component. Okay, and I'm going to provide this set name and set timeout. Okay, and in else we are going to have entire this mdb row. So let's cut this one, let's paste it over here. Now we can check this one. So let's go to the browser. So now you can see that we are getting this screen. So let's give name some like James. Now let's click on start game. So you can see that sound is also coming by this symbol, but you will not able to hear the sound because I am recording this video. And let's click on Brazil. So this is working. You can see that we are moving to the next question after providing the correct answer. Now what we have to do, we have to also keep the track of how much user is earned with each correct answer. So we are going to use here use effect, and this use effect will run whenever our question number gets changed. That means user is providing correct answer, and we have to also check our like, so if question number greater than 1, then only I am going to start tracking down prize money. So we can use here like set earn, and we have prize money, and we can check like find. So item dot id equal to question number minus 1 dot amount. So why I have done this one? Because we are checking from the second question. Okay, so like if you got the question number 2, so we have to check for the amount of the question number 1. So for question number 1 we have a amount 5000. So you can see that for the question number 1 we have a 5000 amount, so we have to do this way. So I hope you got this logic. So for each correct question, so user will basically navigate to the next question, but we have to also track down the prize money of the previous question. So by this way we can track down the price of previous question. So this is all about this logic. Now after that, what we have to do, so inside this div we are going to check like if we have the timeout, that means user has either won the entire game or he has given some wrong answer. So in that case we have to show the total earned money by the user. So we can give here like h1 tag with the class name earned, and we can give a message like you earned total, and this earning we can provide here. And in else we have to use here fragment, and we can just cut out entire this thing, and we can paste it over here, and this div is going to close here. Okay, let's save this file and we can test this one. So let's go to the browser. So you can see that it's showing you earned total. So let's restart again our game. Let's give here James. Let's select Brazil. So now I'm going to select this time wrong answer. Let's see whether it's working or not. So this is wrong answer. So now you can see that you are able to see the total prize money. Okay, so we have to paste the styling for this class name inside our CSS file. So I'm going to paste the CSS styling for this class name. So this is the styling I'm going to use for this class name. Let's go to the browser. So now you are able to see the your earned total 5000. Now here we have to add like name, total earned along with the button quit and exist. So let's do that one as well. So let's go to the app.js file, and after that what we have to do, so inside this mdb list group I am going to have one mdb row. Okay, and I'm going to have a span tag with the class name mb-2, and I'm going to use here mdb btn, and I'm going to have some inline styling. So float I'm going to give right, bootstrap class name I'm going to use mx-2, color light, and this will be the quit. Okay, so let's give on click method. So set timeout and it will be the true. So for some reason, if user wanted to quit the quiz, so he can do that one as well. And after that, we are going to have one more button. So I'm just going to copy this one, going to paste it over here, and this time I'm not going to provide these two things, color and class name. So it will be the primary, and here, so it will be the exist. So in case of exist, what I have to do, so I have to do like set name to null, and I have to also set the question number to 1. So if new user enter inside this quiz, so he will start from the first question only. So that's why I need to reset to the 1 this question number, and I have to also set the earn to 0. So let's copy this one and let's use here set earn. So this will also get reset. Okay, so this will also get reset. So let's save this one, and below this button and below this span tag, what I have to do, so I'm going to use here mdb column. Okay, and I'm going to use name. I'm going to show the name of that person, and I'm going to use here md6. Okay, md6. Let's copy this one, and this will be the total earned. So after giving each correct answer, this will get updated. So user can also see the how much money he has won till now. So we can give here earned. Okay, now let's go to the browser. So, and I'm going to have one horizontal line as well. So after this mdb row, I'm going to have horizontal line. Let's save this one. Let's go to the browser. So now it's looking nice, and let's start the game. So John, let's click on start game, and let's select Brazil. So this is correct. Now I have won 5,000. Now I wanted to quit this game. Okay, so let's click on quit. So you can see that you have earned total 5,000. Okay, and if you click on exit, you will see this. Okay, so you can start with other name like James. Okay, and let's click on start game. So you can see that it start from the scratch, and you can select Brazil, and you can also exit without doing quit. So in that case, you will directly see this. Okay, so you will not able to see the how much money you have earned. So this is working. So let's go again, and let's select this one. So this is final time. I'm doing demo of this application. So this is correct. Let's select this one. So this is also a correct answer. So let's select this one. And it will be this. Okay, third. So you can see that this is also updating here. Okay, So now I wanted to quit this quiz, so let's click on this one. You will see like how much you have earned. So total you have earned 60,000. So guys, we have successfully able to build this quiz application with the help of ReactJS, and I hope you have really enjoyed building this application with me. So that's it from this video. Please like this video and subscribe this channel if you really like my work on this channel. And thank you so much guys for watching this video. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.